Hello, friends. Welcome to Movie Libs. Yeah, crazy fiddle forkers, you. Welcome. We are happy to have you here today. We are doing a home-themed episode today, which means we have taken movies and or TV shows with the word home in the title to celebrate the fact that I am exhausted from moving into our home that is done-ish mostly.
Yay!
Hey. We have passed our final inspection. I apologize if my internet's being weird tonight. I don't know what its dealy is, but yeah. I woke up at 1 a.m. to a text from my parents saying they were going to come pick up their truck. So it was our last day to move all our heavy things. So I'm exhausted from moving heavy things, but we're still here for you for our home episode. If you've never seen Movie Libs before, we are a show that takes scenes from famous movies, pulls words out of those scenes, and you all give us new words to plug into those scenes. Hopefully I wasn't breaking up for that. But anyways, we have a fantastic cast. Let's look at them. Here they are. Oh, good. Tina got scared for a minute. Oh, shoot. Cancel the show. Dana, hello. Thank you for being here so we can be here.
Hey, it's Thursday and I showed up.
Yes. We appreciate that.
Yes. I was napping right before I left my house, so.
Oh, duck. I am jealous. Marco, how you doing up here?
I'm doing great, Coreen.
Wow, we spent most of the pre-show discussing how we dry our hair because I'm drying my hair like this right now. And Marco, if anyone was wondering, does tie it up in a cutesy little towel and walk around the house with a towel on his head.
It's pretty adorable.
Brings me joy to think about it. So, yeah. Stacey, how's it going down there?
Doing pretty good. I'm also in my home.
Whoa. Wow. Look at us go, giving you a show from our homes. Tina.
Hi.
How ya doing?
I just got a clue that the reason my camera keeps switching back and forth is, I think, because of Skype and not because of my phone. So I'm working on that little trouble fixer right now. Other than that, it's great. It's great.
Oh, at least we got a direction to go, and that's something. So yeah. Again, if you've never seen our show before, what we do for our first scene is we ask you for words ahead of time, and we ask you for these on the internet, and you provide them for us. This was our cutesy little post that Tina made for this week. And you gave us things like gross and smelly and ma. You give us those lovely words that we have used in our first scene. Yeah, so should we just dive into it, I suppose?
Dive on in, girl.
Oh, okay. Our first scene is from 1990's Home Alone. The plot of this movie is when bratty 8-year-old Kevin McAllister, played by Macaulay Culkin, who looks alarmingly like my son Connor, acts out the night before their family trip to Paris, which is a thing people do. Maybe I don't know. His mother makes him sleep in the attic, which is also a thing people do. Maybe, I don't know. After the McAllisters mistakenly leave for the airport without Kevin, he awakens to an empty house and assumes his wish to have no family has come true. But his excitement sours when he realizes that 2 con men plan to rob the McAllister residence and that he alone must protect the family by setting up elaborate booby traps that I don't know how an 8-year-old would have had time to set up, but that's okay. This show isn't about debunking Home Alone. In our scene, the plane has reached cruising altitude, and Kevin's deadbeat parents, who decided to sit in first class while leaving their children that I'm sure they love, in coach.
Coreen.
Yeah, you know, are starting to get the sinking feeling that they've forgotten something rather critical, maybe. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Let's see what happens.
What's the matter, Cuddle Cakes?
I have a gross feeling
About what?
that we didn't do something.
We feel that way because we left in such a hurry. We took care of everything. Believe me, we did.
Did I turn off the boombox?
No, I did.
Did you lose weight so that you can fit back into any of your jeans?
Yeah.
Did you close your eyes when the bullshit was high and my patience was low?
That's it. I forgot to close my eyes when the bullshit was high and your patience was low. That's it.
No, that's not it. What else can we be forgetting? Kevin!
Excuse me.
Yes?
We need to use this singing telegram.
Sorry, our singing telegrams are out of order.
Well, can it call? We'll call as soon as we land, Kate. I'm sorry. Everything's stupendous.
It's smelly. Smelly. Just smelly. How could we do this? We forgot him.
We didn't forget him. We just miscounted.
What kind of a ma am I?
If it makes you feel any better, I forgot my mandolin slicer.
And scene. Stacey, this is my favorite of your costumes for a one-line character
Yeah.
that ever happened.
That's pretty great.
Nice wig you got there.
Oh my
Tina
god.
has a really good Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I don't think they'd let you take a mandolin slicer on an airplane.
Oh yeah.
Probably not.
Illegal shit.
Is that the thing that spins? What is that?
Mandolin slicer is, it looks like a long flat board, but it's a blade, and you've got a handle thing that you go like this, and it like holds your vegetables or whatever, and it slices real thin sheets of whatever it
And
is.
chopping vegetables with Tina.
And
Yes.
it's very sharp.
Yes.
I don't-
I did not know this. Yeah, is this movie real dumb if I rewatch it? Because I saw this in the theater in 1990, and there's one scene I'm like, the phone doesn't work. I'm like, this movie sounds stupider than I remember.
It's still fun, but there's so many things in it that you're just like, what? Like the weirdest part to me is they save Kevin from the intruders and the police come to the home. And then the police just allow him to return to his house by himself without any adult supervision again. Like, what? Like, do they not know any other person? They couldn't call a neighbor, a friend. Like, they took everyone they know to Paris. That's it. They're out. Like, what is going on?
It's pretty contrived. Also, the movie wouldn't work then.
They talk about calling the neighbors in the movie, but then they apparently just didn't get a hold of anyone because, of course, nobody had cell phones back then, so it was all voicemail. And God forbid you have a parent screaming on the phone that, hey, go check my kid. And they're like, yeah, that's adorable. Merry Christmas.
And I don't know, but have you guys ever spent time with a child? Because I feel like you would notice rather promptly that they weren't bothering you in the car, at the airport, on the airplane, while they're getting on the airplane. There's so many times in which a child would bother you in that process, and you'd be like, wait a minute, I'm being less bothered than usual. How?
There was 16 of them, and there was 2 vans. They put the adults in one van and the kids in the other. And then they were running through the airport. So
Again, if you've spent time with children, they don't bother other people.
Yeah.
Oh,
It bothered their
Coreen
parents.
is correct. That is written like it's written by someone who didn't have kids and assumed they just would fall into the crowd. It's like, no, you will not forget your child unless you're like a Mormon or Catholic family that's got like 16 of them. Then maybe you could possibly lose one of them.
Or if you're like
Yeah.
so rich that you're
one of the older kids.
One of the older kids would be responsible for them, and that kid would notice that they were missing. There's a hierarchy of bothering that would happen somewhere.
One of the older kids counted, but the neighbor kid had come over to see what they were all doing, and so he got counted as Kevin because he was dressed alike. But my thing is, that's fine. I can understand that part on the vans, but then when you get to the airport, how are you just like, we don't need to count anymore?
Yeah,
Even though
like
it's a very busy, chaotic location.
or we don't have
and you would have an extra ticket, right?
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
like, oh,
You'd
what
be
the
shocked.
heck?
Yeah.
See, when they remake it for 2023, it has to be like super rich parents where their kids with the nanny all the time. So, and then the nanny forgets him because she's like,
It would never.
yeah.
I feel
That
like that is just their thing was they were not to be bothered by their children on their parents' vacation. Like that's the only way it would make sense to me that it's like we're sitting in first class. We're not to be bothered by your need for goldfish or your desire to hold your own ticket.
That's a bizarre.
Yeah, Yeah, I completely forgot that I locked my child in the attic the night before.
Yes.
That's weird. Yeah. Also, it's
Shit.
written by John Hughes, so it's a thing where everybody lives in like Chicago in gigantic mansions, and that's just normal.
Right?
Shermer, Illinois.
Well, guys, thanks for joining us for our personal rant on Home Alone. We're also doing it.
What's up with Home Alone?
Good news, there's no 7:00 show today, so just.
Oh, good.
But there is a 7:15 cornhole game, so.
Oh, Jesus.
That's more important. Make it happen. What do we got, Dana?
We have the programs. It's coming. Drink
Okay.
mojito.
Okay.
Which I'm just now realizing that it's mojitos that I don't like because I like sangria, but I was like, I thought I didn't like sangria, but it's mojitos I don't like.
Wow.
Object
You don't
remote.
like Mojitos?
No,
Why?
like I don't
Is it
dislike
mint?
them, but the mint's a little much.
Oh, then you haven't had the right. It should be a perfect balance of lime, mint, and sugar.
Okay. Country, Estonia. I think is one of the countries they're going to this season of The Bachelor. Sci-fi movie, Contact.
What?
I remember that. It's got Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster.
Don't they
Based
all?
on a book written by Carl Sagan.
Something
Yeah,
that might
aliens, go.
Yeah, with Matthew McConaughey as a
Correct.
priest, that's believable.
Yeah.
my husband.
All right. Lord above.
That's how the Lord does. Livin.
Adjective, slimy. Sci-fi movie, Barbarella, the first time that Megan saw TV boobs.
TV boobs.
Oh, Barbarella was awesome. If you're a teenager, it's on TV.
Activity, judging.
Ooh, that's my favorite.
Something that might distract you, gray sweatpants.
Yep, it's gray sweatpants season.
What does that mean? Why are
Be
they
on the
distracted?
lookout, ladies, for the outline.
Activity, flying to Paris with the family.
Oh, you know how you do. You just take your whole family and the kids and you go to Paris.
Made up word, bibbly wibbly. There you go.
Wibbly wibbly.
Wibbly wibbly. Sounds like a British term for
It
something.
is. It's English.
Adjective, biased. An object, an 8-track cassette.
I got those.
Those are
What's
pretty
that?
sweet.
It's like a pre-cassette tape. Before
No, those
cassette
didn't
tapes,
exist.
it was a thing in a car. They're like this big, and you put them in, and there's no rewind. You just have to switch between quadrants.
No, we went from records to tapes. That didn't happen.
What?
This is inaccurate information.
Country, Italy.
I like that there's a question mark. Like that's one.
Huh?
Object, fairy lights.
I need an adjective.
Adjective. Let's see.
Did I tell the story of how I one year gave my
just
mom a
have-
Barry Manilow 8-track cassette that we just happened to have in the house, and I just wrapped it in the bandana. I was like, "Happy
Bias.
birthday!"
And slimy. Those are the only two we got.
I already got both of those. Dana, give me another one.
Glittery.
Thank you. Okie dokie, people. Our next scene is from 1998, season 7, episode 2 of Home Improvement. The plot of Joe, the daily trials and tribulations of Tim, the Toolman Taylor, a television show host raising 3 mischievous boys, along with his loving wife, loyal co-host, and eccentric neighbor. Now, let me tell you, when I pulled this out of Google, it said raising his 3 mischievous boys along with his loyal co-host. Second in helping him raise his boys was his wife, and then eccentric neighbor. I feel that's an inaccurate ranking of the people that should have value in Tim the Toolman Taylor's life.
Al was pretty cool.
I think this should be stated. Okay, in our scene, Tim's neighbor Wilson is telling Tim about his encounter with aliens. Let me put on my child's hat because I can't see my other hat.
Oh crap! Oh wow, that was fast.
Yeah,
my costume.
I
I
didn't even change my background. I'm working on it.
me too. It's okay. We are a semi-professional operation.
What's wrong? Okay.
I think it's this one. Yeah.
Well, the manufacturer says that this thing is supposed to be like an alien spaceship. I think it looks like a big remote.
You know, I tend to agree with you. A real alien spaceship would have some sort of internal propulsion.
Right. It should look like a 8-track cassette.
Yeah, and some kind of slimy glow.
Yeah, low hum.
Yeah, and 26 biased windows all along the sides.
What flying saucer are you talking about? The one from Contact with Jodie Foster? The one from Barbarella the first time I saw boobs?
Oh, I wasn't talking about a movie.
What were you talking about?
Well, nothing. Oh, look at that, my husband.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Are you talking about a real UFO?
Maybe.
Have you seen a real UFO?
Maybe.
Come on, it's just us here.
Maybe. You know, Tim, I've never told anybody this, but one night when I was living with my parents outside of the Italy city of Bibbly Wibbly, I saw an alien craft land.
Did you see glittery green men come out of it?
No. These men were bluish gray, assuming they were men. I didn't see any sexually distinguishing.
You just met. How'd the night go? Some mojitos and a quick flying to Paris with the family?
Oh, I tell you, it was an amazing night. I'll never forget it. And scene.
Italy?
Oh, that fence gag is my favorite every time.
It's been a good 20 many years since I've seen Home Alone, or Home Improvement. But
Home Alone.
Are they kind of undermining this? Like, isn't he always have sage advice? I thought it was bizarre that he's like, I got abducted by aliens. I was like, what?
Well, this was apparently this episode was specifically a spoof on X-Files. So they like.
Oh.
So I think Wilson gets like mad because Tim like tells people this story, and then like someone has a dream, and then Tim and his wife like are the agents from X-Files. I don't know, some nonsense.
Oh wow,
But
that sounds great.
Yeah.
Go watch it. That was season 7, episode something.
By season 7, you're really reaching for storylines, so it totally
That's
makes
true.
sense to rip off X-Files.
Oh my god.
And then at one point they just don't
Also,
have.
those kids got to be tall and awkward at that point, right? 7 seasons in.
Some of them, the ones
No,
that
JTT was a heartthrob, remember?
Oh, that's right.
Jonathan
That's
Taylor Thomas.
Mhm.
I
I
still
know,
date
Stacey.
him.
He was in one episode of Veronica Mars, and then he died, I think.
What?
He didn't
I
die.
don't know if it. That's the only thing I can think of it being in the last 20 years.
Jonathan Taylor
Talk
Thomas,
about
if you are
JTT
still alive.
that way.
I'm pretty sure he died, Stacey.
does.
He's not alive anymore.
Big fat.
Marco,
No.
just because people don't show their faces to you doesn't mean they're dead.
Pretty sure it does. It's exactly what it means.
Am I dead now, Marco? Am I dead?
Oh God.
Oh, she's back. She's
Oh,
alive.
she's alive. It's okay.
All right, what are we getting, Dana?
Sorry, I was looking up what happened to JTT because.
Oh,
don't
Please, when you
that.
find out, let us know.
I will.
Why is he more important than the other brother? What happened to the little brother? Nobody cares.
No,
could be
because he
dead.
became
Those
weird.
brothers weren't hot. So
No.
You don't know that now.
The
It'd be like
older
that-
brother
that-
was
the-
the older
the
brother was
weird kid in
also on
the
Veronica
Harry
Mars.
Potter movies. How he was attractive. It'll be like that.
Mm.
I'm gonna look it up. The youngest brother of the 3 is super hot now.
I do know that Jonathan Taylor Thomas voiced Simba.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was also in a Huck Finn movie that was terrible.
Oh,
I
I,
will
love
post-
that.
I will post what's happening with all 3 of the
Yes.
brothers on our page after this.
And it was a Tom Sawyer movie. Elijah Wood was in the Huck Finn movie. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, Marco.
Oh yeah. Wait, Tom and Huck, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Brad
yeah.
Renfro was the
Hi,
inferior
Brian.
Huckleberry Finn.
That was the oldest one. What was the young one?
Oh, I don't know.
Nobody cared. He had a
Well,
bull.
right. That's what I'm saying. He could
Dana,
have been doing drugs.
Zachary Ty Bryan was in shit for a while until 2009, and then he apparently went off the radar, and then he was back in the Guardians of Justice TV series last year for 7 episodes.
Body part, left nostril. Did you get squirrel?
But he was gone.
Okay.
Karen Noah Smith. That's the other kid.
Yeah.
Animal Echidna.
He's got a sweet mustache now, I bet. Oh, God, I was wrong.
I see him on IMDb.
He looks like Napoleon Dynamite.
See?
Location under the bed. Way to say something is lame.
Oh, that doesn't even look like him.
Liquid.
This blows.
Slime.
He's divorced.
Okay.
Is slime a liquid or is it a solid?
It might be a
It's
plasma,
both.
actually. Cool. A way to say something is cool. Sick.
Sick.
Sick, bro.
I say that more often than I really should.
The
Animal.
youngest brother hasn't done shit since the series. He did a voiceover in one episode of something else the same year as the final season, but that's it.
A thing that comes naturally to you. Anxiety. Ooh. A liquid. We got a couple on the same trend. We got some Fireball and then some Jägermeister.
Ew. That's gross. That's black licorice.
I think that's too thick to be a liquid. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like slime.
Body part. We have a chin or weenus.
I don't know if we've ever had chin before.
It's too normal, but you should definitely pick it.
I did.
Positive adjective. Freaking amazing. Building location on the corner. Probably.
I took freaking amazing, but I changed it to fiddle forking amazing.
Way to say cool. Swag. Animal. A lemur.
I think we've got it. We are ready. Stacey sounds super ready.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Our next scene is from 2021's Spider-Man No Way Home. I could have picked any of the Spider-Mans. They all have home in the title, the new ones. But the plot of this one, with Spider-Man's identity now revealed, our friendly neighborhood web slinger is unmasked. What are you talking about, Charlie? Oh, no. And no longer able to separate his normal life as Peter Parker from the high stakes of being a superhero. When Peter asks for help from Dr. Strange, the stakes become even more dangerous, forcing him to discover what it truly means to be Spider-Man. Okay, in our scene, and this is a big spoiler alert if you had any interest in watching this movie and somehow didn't know that this is the case, but all 3 Spider-Mans, that's right, Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, and Andrew Garfield are bonding and learning about each other's universes. Now, I told Jack that I was being the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and I thought that that was his favorite Spider-Man, forgetting that Tobey Maguire's his favorite Spider-Man.
Oh, shit.
That's right.
And I was like, but I'm being your favorite Spider-Man. And then I told him, he's like, that's like my 3rd favorite Spider-Man. I'm like, well, shoot. So, but I fit in my child Spider-Man sweatshirt. So take that. Spider-Man.
Oh,
Yes.
that's great.
Look at the sleeves. I'm Andrew Garfield. Pew, 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 pew.
Get it.
Meanwhile, I used a painting shirt, so don't mind this spot.
So good.
Oh, wow.
I have a spider and a tank top and a blue jacket on backwards.
Perfection. Okay. And action. You know, Max was like the sweetest guy ever before he fell into the pool of electric squirrels.
That'll do it.
This is so cool. I always wanted brothers. So you make your own web fluid inside your chin?
I'd rather not talk about this. Are you teasing me?
No, he's not teasing you. It's just that we can't do that. So naturally, we're curious how your web situation works. That's all.
If it's personal, I don't want to pry. I just think it's like swag.
No, I wish I could tell you, but it's like I don't do it. I don't do anxiety. Like anxiety just happens.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does it just come out of your wrist, or does it come out of your left tonsil too?
Only the wrists.
Do you ever get a web block? Because I run out of webs all the time and I have to make my own in the corner, probably. It's a hassle compared to what you got.
It sounds like a hassle, but I did actually. You said that and I was like, oh, I had a web block.
Whoa, why?
Existential crisis stuff.
Oh, yeah, don't get me started on that.
Hey, what are some of like the craziest villains that you guys ever fought?
Oh, seems like you met some of them.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I fought an alien made out of laundry soap once.
Oh, no way. I fought an alien too, on Earth and under the bed.
Oh.
He was purple, the alien under the bed.
I want to fight an alien.
I'm still like that you fought an alien under the bed.
I blow compared to you guys. I fought a Russian guy in a guinea pig machine.
Can we just rewind back to the I blow part? Because you don't. Okay.
Thanks, I appreciate that. I'm not saying that I.
Like it's just all the self-talk. Okay, maybe we should, because you don't blow. Okay, just take it in for a minute.
I mean, yeah, I can take it in.
Yeah, I mean, just you are fiddle forking amazing. Okay, will you say it?
No, yeah, I kind of needed to hear that. Yeah. And scene. You all are fiddle forking amazing. From the
I enjoyed this movie greatly, and I really, really love this scene and the camaraderie between the three.
Yes, I thought
it was great.
I cried so much.
I like having good excuses for the three of us ladies to play dudes in a movie, so that just makes me happy.
That was pretty
cool. Now I know I can wear my child's Spider-Man sweatshirt.
I need to get a child so I can get a Spider-Man sweatshirt.
Stacey, I'll give you this one when Shaq grows out of it.
I think you can just buy them. I think that's allowed.
What?
Yeah.
No, too many costumes.
I
have Spider-Man apparel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Terrible.
That
you said
really
that in a very weird way, Dana. That makes me
suspicious.
Yeah,
that was very suspicious.
Well, they're panties. I have Spider-Man underwear, okay?
What did you say, Dana?
I have Spider-Man underwear.
I was right. Sexy time outfits.
Oh, man. Okay, people. We have 2 more scenes for you. And then Stacey's got a cornhole. Whew. This has been a good time. Let me just say that. I'm enjoying myself with you all greatly. I'm happy to be doing this from inside our home. I need to figure out a better table situation than putting my laundry basket on top of 3 other laundry baskets and then stacking my computer on top of that. But we'll figure that out eventually.
One hasn't worn this shirt since before COVID.
Whatever.
Fine. Just throw everything out pre-COVID. That's what I did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I turned over almost my entire wardrobe during COVID.
Nice.
I refuse. Too cheap.
I'm just now getting my entire wardrobe out of boxes, and I'm like, oh yeah, I own this thing. Like what? I wasn't going to till I realized that the awards. So, people, this weekend, lots of stuff is happening. On Friday, there's a bunch of musical shows. There's MRI is back. That's going to be a good time. You the Musical is going to be happening, and then Love Song featuring Miss Dana is going to be happening at 10:30. That's going to be a fun night. And then on Saturday, we have Shortcuts, which is going to have Charlie and Tina in it. That's going to be lots of fun. ACL, which I probably won't be in this week, but I'll watch at home with those of you that watch online because that's a good time.
Can they send Charlie
Sorry, Dana?
Can they send Charlie in a wig and be like, I'm Coreen?
Yeah. I'm Coreen Lemcke. Let me do inappropriate shit on stage for an hour. And then on Sunday, we're having the Comedy Spot Awards, which is going to be a grand time. We'll see if Movie Libs wins anything since we are like the only live streaming show anymore, but probably we won't. I'm not bitter. It's fine.
There is a 10:30 show on Saturday called Whole Bunch of Doofs. It looks like the Whole Foods logo with a bunch of in parentheses. But it's kind of like a mashup of a bunch of people doing improv.
Cool.
Check it out.
That should be fun.
Some of your favorites.
Love it. But anyway, so yeah, the awards are happening. So I needed to find a nice dress. So I had to start getting clothes out of my boxes to be like, wait, oh no, I need a dress. Anyways.
So excited for my dress.
Dana has been littering glitter all over her apartment for weeks.
God, is this the one, the off-shoulder
Yes.
one? It's all, yeah, I'm so excited to see you in that. Ooh.
And I bought a really pretty fake necklace on the internet to wear with me.
So you all seeing photos of us living it up at the awards.
And it's an awards party because it's going to be different than before. So none of this sitting on your ass shit for 2.5 hours, which was great, but we need to get back to just a little more camaraderie.
All right, let's do it. It's gonna be fun. You're gonna see lots of pictures. It's gonna be a good time. We'll see what happens. Tina probably already knows who wins everything because she's in charge of all of it.
Tina, do you know?
I vote for Tina to give herself an award.
By the way, if you're listening and you are from the Comedy Spot, you have until tomorrow night to get your ballots in. Thanks.
Charlie Lemcke, we're talking to you probably.
Oh, jeez. Come on, Charlie.
Okay, sorry. Back to the show. Dana, what do we got?
Okay.
This show is brought to you by Attention Deficit Disorder. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure we're ADHD. Definitely hyperactive.
Location, office break room.
Oh, I got a good one of those at work.
Oh, do you?
It's got a pool table.
Nice. Are you any good at pool?
No, we don't use it.
Okay. For some reason, I did not take you for someone who's
I
good
own a
at
pool table. I have one in my house, but I'm not good at pool.
I have the best memory.
I went there to play with him and Adrian one time.
Yeah.
I'm terrible.
Tina's good at pool. Tina looks like someone.
Tina is secretly good at pool and will bet money and shark.
She's also from Ohio, where you have to play those things when it's cold.
You have to be good at it.
Yeah, we just went bowling all the time.
That sounds more like Ohio.
All right, sorry. One word. We got one word and we got distracted again. Go, Tina.
Meat, liver.
Ooh.
I got one of those in my freezer.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's from a deer.
Drink, red beer.
My body.
Red beer.
Vegetable, eggplant.
Oh, that's a quality vegetable.
Or asparagus.
Also fine.
Asparagus.
Way to say pregnant, knocked up. Period in time, the Gilded Age. Or prohibition.
Ooh.
That's when you couldn't drink, but you did anyway.
But then they passed the 21st Amendment and everything was okay again.
You guys, how we had a house in Livermore, like our family house that was like a bootleg house. And so like, it was like, there was like a hole to slide in to like go under the house and get to the alcohol where they would give people alcohol.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Does your family still own this house? Can we go check it out and have a field trip?
Oh,
we need it. It's been filled in since, but yes. Yeah.
Pregnant, Prego.
Like the sauce.
Meat, pork butt.
That's what you go buy. You're like, I want the pork butt.
Location, underground bunker.
That's where Coreen was.
Fancy title, Madame.
Madame.
Where's that a madam? Prostitute, madam.
Activity, cleaning.
If it's a prostitute, madam, it's not a fancy title, though.
This sounds like a Marco thing. Meat, deer jerky.
Oh, I got deer jerky. Or deer salami.
Marco, a madam runs hose. That's
adjective.
Fancy.
So does a pimp, but that's
Ghastly.
not a fancy title, even though they dress fancy.
She's a lady boss.
Activity.
That's your
playing
ultimate
bingo.
girl boss. Please, you have to write that for the
Drink,
show. You have to write
a lemon
girl
drop.
boss, madam pimp.
Location, Crane's new house.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Beck is saying that you guys better win an award or or the audience will pick it.
Wow.
You guys
That's a
don't
strong
get to
start.
vote, or else I feel like if our little Phil Forkers got to vote, we would win every time.
Adjective, intelligent. As someone who also sometimes produces the show, I'm all for movie limbs winning.
If we do win, Dana, you better come up with us.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
demand.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh yeah. She's in
I'll-
the intro video.
I'll
She's
bring
part
up-
of us.
I'll bring out posters with different words on it for your emotions that you're feeling in the moment. And then
It's either
Marco,
bad,
will
sad, or
X
bad.
you'd be happy. You'd be glad. That'd be
I
it.
need one more location, and then we're good to go.
location. Oh yeah, Megan.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Neptune, California.
That's what gets
Yay.
me excited.
I like Veronica Mars references.
That's
Oh.
exciting.
Oh.
That's good. You should watch that show.
All
I
right.
can't believe
First
Megan didn't say
season.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay. So for the switch up here, I would like Marco to please introduce our next selection and take a while because I have to find Charlie. Go.
Oh, that'd be exciting. So the next film that we're going to talk about is 1986's Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home. It forms a loose trilogy with Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, and Star Trek III, The Search for Spock, from 1982 and 1984. In this film, made in 1986, the crew of the Enterprise travels back to Earth on their stolen bird of prey, only to find that all of the ships along the way to Earth have been knocked out by a weird space probe that is currently sucking all the power in the ocean water off the planet Earth. And they figure out, the crew does, that they're looking for humpback whales. So the crew of the Enterprise travel back in time conveniently to the year 1986 in order to locate humpback whales, which happen to be in San Francisco at the Cetacean Institute, which is actually the Monterey Bay Aquarium, but that's what they call it in the movie, to have big whales there. In this particular scene, Captain Kirk has agreed to go on a date with Jillian, who works at the Cetacean Institute, to get more information about the whales. And I think that's it.
It's the weirdest goddamn premise ever for a Star Trek.
It's so great. Anyway,
Hashtag Will.
and good action. Yay!
Do you trust me?
Implicitly.
Good. 2 large eggplant and deer jerky pizzas with extra onions and lemon drops, please.
Ooh, nice.
You're upset about losing the whales, aren't you? How will that be done exactly?
They'll be flown in a special 747 to Coreen's new house and released there.
Flown, and that's the last you'll see of them?
See, yes. But we'll tag them with radio transmitters on a special frequency so we can keep tabs on them.
You know, I could take those whales somewhere they'd never be hunted.
You can't even get from the office break room to the underground bunker without a lift.
If you have such a low opinion of my abilities, how come we're having dinner?
I'm a sucker for hard luck cases. Besides, I want to know why you travel around with that ditzy guy who knows that Gracie is knocked up and calls you madam. Where could you take them where they'd even be safe?
It's not so much a matter of a place as of time.
Well, the time would have to be right now. Let's just say that no humpback born in captivity has ever survived. The problem is that they won't be that much safer at sea because of all the cleaning this time of year.
Strange time indeed. Why don't you tell me where those whales are leaving?
Are you?
Sorry, when those whales are leaving.
Who are you? Don't tell me. You're from outer space.
No, I'm from Neptune, California. I only work in outer space.
Oh, well, I was close. I mean, I knew outer space was going to come into this sooner or later.
The truth?
I'm all ears.
Okay, the truth. I am from what on your calendar would be the Gilded Age. I've come back in time to bring 2 humpback whales with me in an attempt to repopulate the species.
Well, why didn't you just say so? I mean, why all the intelligent disguises?
Well, when are those whales being released?
Okay, what the hell? Your friend was right. Gracie is not only knocked up, she is very knocked up. And at noon tomorrow, the whales get shipped out.
Noon tomorrow?
Are we leaving?
Come on, we don't have much time.
But do we need to pay? Don't tell me they don't use money in the Gilded Age.
Well, they don't.
And scene. Excellent work. Oh my gosh. Tina, that has got to be the best impression of a character no one would know was a great impression of that character.
It was fantastic.
That wig was fantastic. That movie's funny for Kirk because it's like you have to do his way he talks now, but like he was talking perfectly normal back then, but it's so much more fun with the fun voice.
He's not as perky as he normally is.
William Shatner is an acceptable actor in the past. He becomes a parody later. So when you watch him in the past, you're like, oh, he's all right.
Yeah. No, you're not as fun, Shatner. Shatner it up, please.
I just sent my brother a William Shatner card, like where he actually talks and then like substitutes his name into the thing and just like happy birthday. Like, so ridiculous.
Love it. Oh my gosh. We have one more scene for you all tonight. I'm letting my hair down to see if it is dried in a reasonable way.
Oh, there's so much volume, Coreen.
So much.
Look at this.
So much mess.
Perfect.
So
Oh,
much
my hair
stuff.
dried naturally today.
There we go. I'm fabulous.
Look at that rocker volume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How we doing?
You're giving me like 80s music video chick vibes.
You know,
Tawny Katane on the car, rolling around.
if I lived in a time of perms, my hair is so thin it would just be like this damaged poof. It would be delightful.
I'm gonna say be glad you don't live in the time of perms.
Oh, I am.
I think we should bring them back. Single-handedly to the movie list.
You know, they do still happen.
Yeah.
They're just
No, they don't.
better.
They shouldn't.
They're
Nobody
more-
needs to have my mom's
Came
hair.
back. Crimping irons came back. Banana clips. I think I've seen a comeback. Scrunchies came back. And like, come on.
But a lot of perms these days are more
Adrian picked out a few
natural.
banana clips this
She
weekend.
did. I saw that.
What's up, Dana?
I said a lot of the perms that people get now are more like loose curls
Yeah.
Buddy waves.
instead of the like teeny tiny little.
Little plastic rollers with all the holes in them. And then that stink. If you've ever had a perm, you know the stink I'm talking about that just lasts.
So
You
my
have to
mom's
sit-
pillows.
Do you
Yeah.
not
No, I've
stink?
not had a perm.
Perm chemical
Although
smell
when we were in
reminds me
San
of my mom.
Francisco last weekend, there were a bunch of kids that had, or young teenager people that had 90s Jinko jean type pants.
Yeah.
Which I was like,
My
that
leg.
came back. Why is this coming back?
My
Nice.
legs. I have
Also,
a pair.
I did own those. I owned in 7th grade. I had big baggy
Somebody in this
baggy
house
pants.
owned them in his adult age in the 90s.
That's pretty awesome.
Michael Jett thrown under that rug. All right, what are we getting, Dana?
Okay.
One more scene.
Let's do it.
I made my brother get a perm once. I didn't make him. He just did it once when he was in like just out of high school. It's horrible. And then he had a mustache too.
Oh,
Oh, it's so bad.
Creeper.
God, it was
that's
so bad.
that's not a good look. Not a great look in retrospect.
Food you
There's
want?
like
A giant
Geo-
steak.
Oh,
I had a mullet perm.
that's nice.
Oh wow.
It was all permed back here, and then my hair up top was like super, super fucking short. It had like, you know, the flower thing where it was like parted in the middle and then spread out. And then the back
Identity
was all
theft.
permed, but I used to style it with gel mousse and hairspray, and it was crispy. So I used to sit in class and just like crisp it out like with my fingers. It was so gross.
Indecent exposure.
On the movie Libs.
I don't
That
have
sounds
my.
incredible.
My mom still has it, but I don't have my grades.
Food you might want right now.
It's 7th grade photo. It's disgusting.
Thai beef green curry.
I like how Dana's whispering to Coreen.
I need like a special Dana mic to like just like.
Yeah.
Cheesecake.
Yes,
It's a
Dana.
secret.
Yes,
Yes.
I will ignore the chatter for the words. No, I try to just read them.
Male nickname, Dick.
It's my mom's husband's name.
Richard. You Richard.
I would
face.
think
That would, you think, yeah, I was going to say that should come back. Is it just being Richard?
Yeah.
Such a Richard hole.
I had a teacher whose literal name was Dick Ferry. He was Richard Ferry.
That's funny.
And he wrote erotic novels.
Oh. Not just a pen name.
He didn't have a pen name? It'd be really funny if he had like a normal sounding pen name.
Reginald.
It's just Dave
Female
Johnson.
nickname, Chickadee. Place, a hospital.
You want to say hi?
Crime.
I went back to
Oh.
Taylor
Oh
Thomas.
yeah, JPT's here, guys.
Like your new house?
Do you like our house?
Yeah.
That's good.
JPT again.
We'll show you.
I'll show you.
Who's JPT?
Way to say married, hitched.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Love you, buddy.
Body part, collarbone.
I thought you said a
Ooh.
color bomb, and I was like, where's that in my body?
It's in your lymph node. If you squeeze it real hard, it's a color bomb.
Comes out red and yellow. Place you can live, a hobbit hole.
Those are New Zealand.
They are?
Mm-hmm.
That's where they come from.
Food you
Ow.
want right now, deer
That's what
salami.
it's like to dig.
No, that's some good stuff, deer salami.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, get yourself some deer salami. That's
I
solid.
don't have my glasses on, so I read it like DEAR, like deer salami.
Animal,
Nickname, too.
orca.
Dear Salami, this is Tina.
Place you can live in a van down by the river.
Can you hear me, salami? It's Tina.
Female nickname, sugar tits. A prized possession, grandma's ring. Male nickname, dude.
Bruh.
Crime, a cyber attack.
Don't be cyber attacking people. No one likes that.
Body part, an Achilles tendon.
Mm.
Whoa.
Stacey's dead again. I'm still here.
Male nickname, pony boy.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Pony boy.
It's from The Outsiders, evidently.
Yes, we know.
What else are we looking for?
We're at least that well read, Dana.
I've never read that book.
We're at least that old.
Yeah,
They
we're
didn't
that
teach
old.
that in
Not
school?
that well read.
I want to see an all-star cast. Check it out, except maybe see Thomas Howell. But
He was a star then.
he was. But I mean, it like not so much.
We should
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
because Ralph Macchio did so much now. What? My cousin Vinny.
Hi, hello.
Oh, I guess he's in Cobra Kai now, doing the same goddamn thing.
Tom Cruise, Patrick Swayze, Rob Lowe. Who else am I missing? See Thomas Howell.
Marco doesn't know.
I
Marco
saw
doesn't-
this
I
movie.
need a place and a prized possession.
Okay.
Like it's like, oh, this is a big important one, but nobody knows Star Trek 4.
Nobody does know Star
Everybody knows Star Trek 4. It's the most famous one. It has the
I don't
whale.
know.
Well,
I don't know.
A place, a hospital. Places you can live, a hobbit hole, a log
They don't
cabin.
let you live there because they're a national treasure or something.
I need a prized possession.
A prized possession.
I have a log cabin.
This brought to you by ADHD medication.
We have Jimmy, who I believe is Beck's dog.
Jimmy.
It says a squishy peen toy.
Whoa. Called a
And
vibrator.
Shirley said grandma's ring. I bought myself like one of those massagers on a handle because my kickboxing has gotten my like neck and shoulders all tense, and my mom's like, "Damn, you bought a big vibrator." I was like, "I wouldn't leave it on the kitchen table, Mom, if that's what it was."
Sophie said it just like that, like you're a New York family. I leave it on the table. Nah, did you buy a vibrator? No, I didn't. That's not what it is.
All right.
You shouldn't leave it on the door. Come on.
Beck, I apologize for using your dog in this particular word substitution, but it needs to be done. Okay, let's do it. Last scene of the night. This last scene is from 2002's Sweet Home Alabama. The plot: New York fashion designer Melanie, played by Reese Witherspoon, suddenly finds herself engaged to the city's most eligible bachelor, but Melanie's past holds many secrets, including Jake, the redneck she married in high school, who refuses to divorce her. Bound and determined to end their relationship once and for all, Melanie sneaks back home to Alabama to confront her past, only to discover this big-time cliche that you can take the girl out of the South, but you can't take the South out of the girl. Or maybe she just discovers that she's still in love with her original dude. Whatever. I don't know. In our scene, Melanie has entered Jake's house with a key to try and get him to sign the divorce papers, but Jake has called the sheriff. Let me put up the background. There he is. That's the best I could get of this scene. And Charlie's coming.
I was supposed to wear an orange shirt.
Well, too bad. Charlie's supposed to be an orange. Imagine he's
Best
an
face I could make with the background.
orange. Yes. And action.
You called the sheriff? You know that old bastard hates me.
For good reason.
Well, hell, if it ain't felony Melanie.
What?
Well, damn, Sugar Tits, it's good to see you around here.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're the sheriff now.
Well, hey, try to be a little more professional about this. We got us a crime suspect here.
Now, Melanie, you can't just go breaking into people's hobbit holes.
I didn't break in, Wade. I used a key. My key.
Well, it still ain't your hobbit hole, darling. I'm going to have to escort you out.
Use the cuffs, Wade, please.
Wade, if you can just get him to sign these papers, I'll let you run me straight out of town.
Now that's none of your concern.
Well, what have we got here? A bill of divorcement? Hell, pony boy, I thought you took care of this.
And I thought I had.
Well, obviously not.
Well, if you two are still hitched, it's her hobbit hole too. This here ain't nothing but a domestic dispute. He didn't indecent exposure himself, did he? Because if you tell me he decent exposure himself, I'll take him right now. We take indecent exposure pretty seriously nowadays.
No way. Jake's never indecent exposure himself.
You know what? I don't have a single childhood memory that doesn't have you two in it. That includes the night I lit my collarbone on fire. Remember that?
Memory lane is closed.
Ah, hell, pony boy. You two got a whole lot of catching up to do. I'm just going to leave you to it.
Hey, Dick, you owe me one.
Listen, there is nothing I can do. The law is the law, and she has done nothing wrong.
I suppose shoplifting a giant steak at the Winn-Dixie is allowed?
Oh, I took them back and you know it.
Remember that incident of vandalism out at the hospital? Totally her.
Like I could tip an orca by myself.
Wade, isn't there some outstanding warrant for whoever dumped your mama's Beck's dog, Jimmy, in the fish pond?
What?
And scene. We would never chuck Jimmy into the fish pond.
Ever.
Jimmy.
Don't
Jimmy,
do it.
Jimmy. You can't check Jimmy.
Hush, everybody. Oh, fantastic.
Now I do Chase commercials.
All of All of those things seem like things that would have the statute of limitations would have run out on.
Probably.
Yes.
Definitely.
Thank you, Esquire Data.
I
You're welcome.
do believe, though, that Reese Witherspoon could not have tipped an orca by herself. That
No.
sounds valid.
I think
to
we're
me.
having a convergence of the last two scenes.
Apparently.
Humpback whale.
Apparently.
Orcas.
Well, everybody, it has been a fantastic evening. We thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week for a whole new movie Libs. And have yourself a fantastic fiddle forking evening. Good night.
Good night, Stacey.
Bye.
Bye.